Welcome to this week's episode of Kidlit 6. My name is Julie and I'm your host. And each week we get to spend 6 minutes together celebrating book birthdays, connecting with authors, and discovering lots of great books. As a reminder, all the books mentioned are listed down in those show notes below. So if you hear about a book that sounds interesting, you can look down there. Now, I have to give you a little heads up. Later on in today's episode, there's going to be a fun giveaway, so make sure you don't miss that. This week's Kidlit 6 book of the week is Beginner's Welcome by Cindy Baldwin. It's been 83 days since Annie Lee's daddy died, but there's still signs of him everywhere. There's shaving cream in the sink every morning, the TV turns on to his basketball games, and all of a sudden his music will start playing in the house. To make matters worse, Annie Lee's friends ditch her over the summer, so now she's just feeling all alone. She makes two very unlikely friends, and then she's faced with a dilemma. Does she retreat back into her shell or risk admitting that she needs her new friends, even if it means getting hurt all over again? Beginner's Welcome is a great story about family and loss and friendship and what it means to start again.
Hi, my name is Amina Luqman-Dawson, and I hope you'll check out my new book called Freewater. It's about two kids, Homer and Ada, who are brother and sister, who escape enslavement on a plantation, and they end up running to a nearby swamp. Sadly, they had to leave their mom behind when they escaped, but in that swamp, they find something extraordinary. Deep in the swamp is a hidden community of other formerly enslaved people named Freewater. Now, in this community of these formerly enslaved people, they find other kids, some kids who have only lived in Freewater and only known that place, and other kids who have also escaped enslavement like themselves. And that group of new friends of theirs, well, they get Homer and Ada into a bit of trouble, but they also find some fun, and they do lots of just fun kid stuff. But during that time, Homer, of course, learns what it means to be free. He learns that he matters, and he learns that he wants to make a difference. And the first difference he wants to make is finding a way to get back and rescue his mom from enslavement. So he creates a crazy big plan and hatches it and is joined by lots of his newfound friends. And they go back and they get into lots of adventure. This book has lots of thrills and plot twists and cool characters, and I hope you'll check it out. The cool thing, though, is that it's based on some real history. Right here in Virginia, we have a place called the Great Dismal Swamp, and in the Great Dismal Swamp, we know that during enslavement times, lots of enslaved people sought refuge there, and they managed to live free but clandestine lives there. What a cool bit of history, and I thought it'd be great to tell in this story. Hope you'll check this out. Thank you.
The day a book first comes out is called its publication date, but it can also be called its book birthday, and since that's a lot more fun, we're going to go with that. Before we celebrate a few of this week's birthday, this week is an extra special birthday week because today is my birthday. And so I thought the best way to celebrate that would be to give away some books. So I'd love to have you comment below with some books you want to read, and then I'm going to pick a few winners and mail those books out to them. So comment down below with the books you want, and let's celebrate these book birthdays and my birthday. First up is Those Kids from Fawn Creek by Erin and Entrada Kelly. Every day in Fawn Creek, Louisiana is exactly the same, and the 12 kids in the 7th grade class have been together since they were little. Everybody knows everything about everyone, and that's not exactly the greatest thing. And then one day, a new student arrives. What happens when this new student joins the class? Next up is Where the Sky Lives by Margaret Dilloway. When the private land next to Zion National Park gets sold, Tuesday's mom informs her that they'll be moving. This will completely upend her life. And then one day, Tuesday and her best friend Carter find an abandoned camera and begin to take up photography. Then one day, a photo reveals a clue about an endangered animal that could prevent construction from continuing. Will this discovery be enough to save the park? The best way to celebrate a book birthday is to read the book. So head to your local library or nearest bookstore and pick up your copy of these books today. the young kid saunter by my house, just taking his time and looking at everything around him. Do you think you can use the word saunter in a sentence? Try creating your own sentence and then sharing it with us on social media at Kidlit6. Thank you for watching this week's episode. We'd love to hear from you about what books you're reading right now, so you can comment down below or send us an email at the address listed below. Have a great week and happy reading.